Hello and welcome to the 2023-24 induction video. My name's Phil Wyman. I'm Head of Student Experience for English, Maths and ESOL, adults and 16 to 18. This video will introduce you to some of the staff and the website with induction resources on. It will also, more importantly, I guess, give you an opportunity to meet each other. So the first thing to do is to tell you about this site. This site has got loads and loads and loads of resources on. So you can go on to setting up a student account, which you can see there. You can go on to links to help, which he's got loads and loads and loads of links to websites such to help with your mental health, with safeguarding. We've got a listening service at college where you can book an appointment if you need to speak to someone. We've got there's Couth on there. There's sites for self-harm, grief. There is also Roundabout, who are 16 to 18, and there's a mental 16 to 18 homelessness, and there's a mental health guide. So there's loads and loads of information on the links on the left-hand side of the website. In addition to that, you've got the careers element on the left-hand side. Now, there's a careers service at college, is brilliant. And if you go on there, you will find there are lots and lots of videos. You can book an appointment with the careers service, and they will talk through where you see your future. So you've got lots of information there. You've also got, this is a college website. It's fantastic, the college website. Tells you how many jobs there are in the local area, how much money you can get. So if you want to be a paramedic, there are 169. Tells you about warehouses, the salaries, the qualifications. Really, really recommend that you spend 5 minutes going. If you might want to do this now with your teacher, just go on the college website, search the careers, and see if you can find out how much you get if you work in a warehouse or a teaching assistant or a teacher or whatever. And it really is good and probably underutilized. You've also got power skills. Power skills are, this is what this is about. It's teaching you about the fact that you need more than just qualifications to get a job. You know that. So power skills is about showing you that you need to develop your communication skills. I'll show you further down on this presentation. We'll come to it shortly. Go right there. Ooh, we feel sick. Go down here. Where are we? And you've got there, look, these are power skills. Skills you need to get a job. So communication, the evidence you could have on your CV. My communication skills have been developed. I can show you this by when I delivered a presentation in college. You may do that as part of ESOL, as part of English Maths, or as part of an enrichment activity. Critical thinking. We are going to set up a company. So those of you 16 to 18 and adult ESOL, we're going to set up a company, and you're going to face some problems when interest rates go up and interest rates go down. Do you have a union? What do you do about workers' rights, and so on and so forth? Working in groups, collaboration, test teamwork skills. You'll get an opportunity to chair a meeting. You will get an opportunity also to do digital literacy, which is to read and comment on 5 or 6 books that you've got the first couple of pages of. That's really helpful for GCSE as well as for ESOL, to encourage people to read. Reading is brilliant if you want to develop your skills. I'm sure you may well know that already. You can get access to this site by going to the website, which your teacher will have, and using the QR code. Hopefully that will work. I think it's been set up so that you don't have to be in college. In addition to that, once you've set up your college account, although you may be able to do this anyway, if you go to Google, you can possibly see how on here I've added a shortcut. So, for example, you can see my induction is there. I've got a link to my office. Google, you can put BBC Sport or whatever you like doing. And if you add that shortcut, it means where's my website? Where's my website? Where's the induction? You can just click on it. The GCSE website for adults and the maths one, I would recommend put that on here, your Google Drive. So use shortcuts so that you can access these websites here. So they're brilliant, as you can see here. The next one. So the next thing to go through is, just drop down a bit. Here is a welcome from the principal, Angela. So if you click on this video, me drinking this cup of tea is a sign that you guys need to freeze this video if you're using this for induction and watch the video before you come back as well. Well, you also need to know who the other people are in the class. So simple icebreaker. Here we have, get the name of every single person in class. Stand up, walk round, get the name of everyone in the class. 2 things they like and 2 things they don't like. So you've got, I've done mine here, and I've just put, I like football, and I like going to the pub with my friends, and I hate injustice. I can't stand the fact we live in it. I wish the society was a bit more equal, and I hate racism. I can't stand it. I think if you go back far enough, by the way, we're all from somewhere else back in the day. So, bear that in mind. And I also think that people from different nationalities and countries bring so much to this country, from food to culture. So, but do remember, if you go back far enough, you're all from somewhere else. Do one of those DNA tests. So I'm going to have a drink of my tea. I will see you in a minute. And if you guys want to go off and watch the video and do a icebreaker, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, I will see you. There's an opportunity if you want as well. Do a couple of icebreakers where you line up in class based on birthday, or line up in class based on the house number. So number 1 at this end, number 162 at that end, or December at this end, January at that end. And ask a question, get to know a few people in the class. Most important thing. I'm going to drink my tea. I'll see you in a moment. Okay. So, hello and welcome back. So now you've been introduced to Angela. Now you've hopefully got a friend. Friend for life, maybe. Strangers or just friends you don't know. Here are the main people in the department. If you look at the picture on the screen, you will see Sally Ann Turner, who is on the right-hand side of the picture. And you've got James Smythe, who's an assistant principal. And Sally Ann is the assistant principal in charge of our area. If you look at the lady in red here, that is Dawn Griffiths. She's in charge of ESOL. And then this person here is Bashir. Got that from his LinkedIn page. And he is the head of the Jobs JCP, the Job Centre Plus element of ESOL. And we're a College of Sanctuary. What does that mean? College of Sanctuary means that we are welcoming to people from refugees from all over the world, and we will offer safety. We're also a Freddie College, which means that we operate with fairness, respect, equality, diversity, inclusion, and engagement. There'll be more on that shortly. So stand the call. Here we go. So next we go down in our introduction, and we see Chris Mangum. Chris is the curriculum manager for adult English and maths. So a lot of you will, and he also does essential digital skills. So Chris is someone who will put you in a class for one of those subjects. He's really supportive, really helpful, and you'll see him around. He's a real dart around kind of guy, so I'm sure you'll all meet him. Here are the lovely ESOL 16 to 18 team. What I would recommend is 16 to 18 tutors. You might want to stop, and hence I picked up my tea. You might want to stop and just go through who people are. Just below that, it tells you the difference about personal tutors and student mentors, which I will go on to shortly. But if you guys want to start, go through that, I will carry on with the adult students and introduce them to their student mentors. So student mentors are there to support you if you have help, and they will signpost you towards support if you need it with mental health. They will support you with showing you where to get extra help and so on, or everything from, I guess, bus passers and bus passers right through to issues that you've got with students in class or teachers or whatever. See these guys, Evelyn Rodriguez on the left-hand side, adult English and maths, and adult ESOL, I should say, the typo there. Spot that one. We all make mistakes. No one's perfect. That is Geeta. Freddie. This is again about Freddie. We go big on this in the college. It's a big thing that we try and do. We do regular training on this about us, about fairness, respect, equality and so on, have this is a cup of tea moment, I think. I would pause this, teacher, if you ask your teacher to pause this, what's the difference between the two pictures? What should we treat everyone the same? Is that what equality means? Does equality mean treating everyone the same? Have a look at that picture and see if you agree. So you might want to stop that there while I'm holding my tea. Okay, I will now move on. For those of you, if you haven't stopped. So welcome back, if you just come back. This is a really, really, really important slide. On the right-hand side, let's move me out of the way. Looks like I'm in the way a bit. On the right-hand side, you've got British values, democracy. We've got an election coming up next year where all of you and young people don't vote. So if you don't vote, they won't look after you, politicians. So vote, and you've got an opportunity to do that. Those of you who are 18 next year. Within the college, we have Students' Union. I would strongly recommend getting involved in the Students' Union because the Students' Union is your voice with management, and we do listen. Rule of law. The rule of law, the Prime Minister, ex-Prime Minister, Boris Johnson, lost his job because he broke the law. No one is above the law. And it's the same in college. We have the Student Charter. We expect certain things from you and you from us, and we talk about that shortly. Individual liberty, student voice, and you've got the chance to decide which course you wish to do and what career you wish to do, and you're free to say and to think what you wish. However, we do have all of these British values, tolerance and respect, are about if you think things that are against British values. For example, we welcome people with LGBT, lesbian and gay community, or people who are transgender, or people who are changing gender or whatever. We are a very inclusive college. If you have issues with that, that's fine. We can't change that. I hope you'll change your mind, but you need to keep it to yourself, because our British values in our college says that we need to respect everybody in the classroom and everybody in the corridors, and that means that you can't go projecting views against people, because it goes against tolerance and respect. So you kind of get a bit of you need to be aware of that aspect of British values. The other thing you need to be aware of for British values is the fact that you've got the prevent agenda. The prevent agenda was an agenda set up by the government to try and stop radicalisation of people or vulnerable people. So if you see people or come across people on websites, right-wing hate websites, either right-wing or Islamic fundamentalists, websites, and you think people are going to engage in acts of terrorism, and you think they're on that journey, you always, because they're vulnerable, always they can be supported. Tell someone, because you might stop someone getting involved in something really bad. The final thing on the top right of this, that's the Prevent initiative. The final thing at the top of this slide is the SHAPE. That's the tutorial framework. So we have a load of resources that we will go throughout the year, and adults can also access these about staying self, your health, active citizenship, progression and careers, and equality. So that's all available to you on the via the SHAPE and the college website and the website that you're on now. So moving on to the next slide. Find it. Here we go. We've got the Student Charter. I'm going to read through this because it's really important. This is our commitment to you. We will provide you with qualified teachers who will encourage you to improve. We will plan lessons so that interest you. We will help you learn how to learn independently. And we've got quite a big initiative coming up on that, where we're going to teach adult ESOL students and 16 to 18 to power skills. We will mark your work and give you feedback and tell you when you need to hand the work in. If you get homework, please do it. We will tell you what you need to do to pass the course. We will let you know of any changes in times, and if teachers are ill, we'll listen to what you say and make changes. We will make sure you can access the classroom and learning accesses, and we'll make sure There's no bullying and discrimination, and we are really big on that. We will make sure the classroom and other spaces are of a high standard to help you learn. And I think hopefully you're in a nice classroom with an interactive whiteboard and speakers that work, else you won't be able to listen to me. And that's part of our commitment to you to provide that. So what do we expect from you? Well, we want you to respect others, take part in the lessons. Hopefully you got up and went out and about and met people, complete the work as set. Ask for help if you need it from us, from your teacher, student mentor, or personal tutor. Help make college safe by wearing your lanyard. You need to wear your lanyard all the time. You'll respect other people regardless of differences in culture, ability, race, age, religion, sexual orientation, or class. So you've got your opinions, but you respect other people. And if you break those rules, then you can't come to college. You will take care of the college, accommodation and resources and furniture. That goes, I would hope, without saying. Staying safe in college, safeguarding. If you feel anything, you see something or you feel unsafe yourself, whether it's outside college or inside college, talk to a member of staff. We can't solve everything, but we can certainly refer you on. We have trained safeguarding officers and so on. So if you have concerns, talk to a member of staff with a yellow lanyard. You guys have got lanyards as well. And I know it's a bit of a pain, but wear your lanyard, because if you don't wear your lanyard, we don't know you're at the college. If we don't know you're at college, you could be from outside of college and you could be a safeguarding risk. So, and also, to be honest, it helps you know people's names, doesn't it? It's good. And without that, it's always useful, to know the people you're working with's names and so on. So, bear that in mind. Okay, college values. Oops, sorry, I'm jumping around a bit here. College values, you know about that. Try and get ABCs. I'm going to cover that. Attendance, behaviour, and completion of work set. So to achieve this year, you need to make sure that you have passed your qualification and you have good attendance, behaviour, and you've completed the work. And if you do that, then you will progress. We have lots of people to help you in college. The Student Central team are are available to all centres at Hillsborough, at City, and at Fir Vale. You can, via your personal tutor and your student mentor, they will help you with the learner support funds, and you can do that. And we've got the careers team, which I've mentioned earlier, who you can book an appointment with. Why not become a student rep? Student reps can help us choose trips. The trips that were going on this year were identified last year as trips that students enjoyed. So we have put them on again. And it's your opportunity to shape what we do. The other thing you might want to do, I would strongly recommend, ask your teacher, have you got a totem card? We can get these. You can get these for 3 years. If you get a totem card, you get money off buses, money off at the co-op. They're fantastic. So get a totem card, go online, have a go now. Go to Totem, have a look. You use your college email, you get it sent to your home address or delivered to college and you pick it up. If you do a 1 year one, they cost a little bit more, but for 1 year you get better value with 3, but you can use it abroad. So you can get money off if you're going abroad on ferries and things like that. So bear that in mind. If you're someone who travels frequently, you might save quite a lot of money doing that. Okay, mental health. It's so good nowadays that mental health is recognised. Men in particular, young men in particular, are some of the most vulnerable people to mental health and illness that there are in society. It's one of the biggest killers of men under 45. If you've got mental health issues, I would strongly recommend talking to someone about it. I would also recommend you all download this website. It's help with stress and anxiety, debt, educational pressures, lifestyle. There is a password on there which allows you to access remember, there are loads of resources. I've got to emphasize that the helpline on the right hand side there is only for 16 to 18-year-olds. There are other links on the links to help side of the website for adults. This site is just for the help side. The videos are brilliant. Everyone should use them. Download it on Google Play or the App Store. Use the password, and you'll get some fantastic, advice on legal advice, relationships, and so on. If you need to phone this website, Student Assistance Program, then it's free. and you can contact it if you are 16 to 18. I have to keep emphasising that because there are other sites available there if you check on the help for adults. Okay, so that's your assistance program for mental health, and you know where to get help with that, hopefully. Moving down, staying safe online. Now, this is another tea moment. It's a presentation. It has got a couple of short videos on. Very good. I learned a couple of things watching it the other day. Ask your teacher to press the video on the website, open the presentation, and I will sit and drink my tea while you watch that, and then I will see you shortly. There's a pinging going on. Welcome back. Enrichment, 16 to 18-year-olds. You guys, we have an enrichment program. We've already planned 3 events. Rollerblading on the 27th of September. Ice going to the York by coach to the Transport Museum and to the Chocolate Factory, and to Ice Sheffield on December Wednesday the 13th. Dates are still being confirmed by purchasing, and we will be doing an awards ceremony there. Now, I mentioned earlier about enrichment adults for adults, and this is where we will be developing your power skills. Power skills is a new name for soft skills. Soft skills are communication, critical thinking, creativity, and so on. But soft sounds a bit soft, doesn't it? So what employers are saying and people are saying is these are as important. Developing these skills are as important as your qualification. If you can communicate, critically think, collaborate, you're a good leader and you've got good digital literacy, you'll get a job. And you can't have one without the other. You need the qualifications and you need the power skills. So, but how do you get power skills? You know, if you are 16 to 18 or 19-year-old, and you're 19 years old or an adult and you're working in a job every week which does not involve developing these skills, how do you do it? You can't. So what we're going to do at college is try and provide you with opportunities to show that you can lead, to show that you can collaborate, to show that you've got good digital literacy, and the activity that's available on there is really good because it's got 6 introductions to books that are there. You don't have to go and find the book. I've done it for you. And then you just read it and then you analyse who are the character, what's the atmosphere, what's the plot, what's the setting. So, for example, I'm the character of this, main character of this presentation. The atmosphere, I'd hope, is informative and chatty, maybe. The plot is to tell you all about the different aspects of the Sheffield College and how you can succeed. And the setting is an online setting in a classroom. And if you do that with books, you begin to understand how writers write, and then you can craft writing and analyse writing more effectively, and your digital skills will improve as well. Okay, I think that is near the end. So I'm just now going to summarise. Sorry about the binging in the background. I'm now going to go down and finally, so what have we done in this? What? Hopefully they're not. What have we done? We've done the student survey. You know about that. We know about safeguarding. Report it. You know how to stay safe online. You've watched the presentation. I've told you about prevent. Be aware of radicalisation and the importance of British values. You know about Freddie values. You know about the student charter, our responsibility to you and you to us, the shape, where we cover all the aspects of the tutorial program. You hopefully know about what's acceptable behaviour in and out of college, punctuality, how to report an absence. Make sure with your teacher. A lot of teachers use Google Chat because Google Chat, you know, some people will get ill. And if Google Chat is, we all have our phones, you know, that's part of life. By the way, don't keep putting your phone on in class. It's really rude. You know, when me as a teacher, I'm there teaching away and there's people on looking at that and I'm like, oh, honestly, it's so demoralising. So please don't go on your phones in class unless you're asked to. But use Google Chat, use Google Classroom to go on and to contact your teacher and contact the college. Use the library and Student Central and ask for help if you need it. I hope you have a great time. I hope you have a lot of fun. College is fun. The staff love working here, working with you guys. It's a great dynamic environment. There's loads going on, and it helps keep you young and in touch with what's going on out there. So have a great year. My name's Phil Weimer. I will see many of you, and I wish you all the best, and I hope you've enjoyed this induction. And I apologise if sometimes it's in me giving it this, but there are certain things legally we have to do. Thank you for listening. I'm off to finish my tea. Goodbye.